For generations, tourists from Russia and Ukraine have flocked to the thermal pools of Heviz. Tourism is this town's primary income source, accounting to 90% of employment. But recently, businesses have had to cope not only with the COVID pandemic, but now fewer visitors due to the conflict in Ukraine.
A lot of people came from Russia not only to Heviz but to the other thermal spas in the country. Now we sense that there are fewer and fewer Russian tourists.
According to the Heviz deputy mayor, before the Ukraine conflict, Russian and Ukrainian tourists accounted for a significant number of the town's visitors each year. Now, there are practically none.
Russian and Ukrainian tourists were coming to Heviz for a long time. The outbound numbers are roughly 15%.
This thermal spa is one of the main attractions for visitors here in Heviz. But the COVID-19 pandemic, flight restrictions on commercial planes from Russia coming into the EU, and now a contracting economy are taking a serious dent on the number of visitors that come on holiday each year. The loss of formerly high-spending visitors, along with rising inflation, is a significant hit for business owners.
When the strong waves of COVID ended, we felt like we got some air and saw more tourists appear, both locals and foreigners. The Russian market started to move as well. Suddenly, the war started.
Some hotels during the pandemic used the time to remodel and now are trying to get tourists back into their properties.
In 2019, the Russian and German guests usually came for 2 to 3 weeks. They booked packages of various treatments per day. Now local guests and those coming from neighboring countries usually book for shorter periods.
In 2020, 1.3 million guest nights were booked in Heviz. Now, that number has fallen by 60%. The town's historic thermal spas are said to have healing properties. Residents here that rely on their pulling power hope that they can heal their balance sheets and once again pull in visitors from near and far.